They call me Dr. Doom. Good morning, how are you? I'm Dr. Doom. What's up, everybody? Nerdity Absurdity here today to give you another action figure review. Actually, it's an action figure versus. Today we're going to be talking about two versions of the good Dr. Doom. We've got the Super Skrull Wave Dr. Doom, and we also have the retro carded version of Dr. Doom. Talking about packaging really quick. Right now I only have the Skrull Wave set up. You'll see why in a minute. But I'm going to talk about packaging really quick first. So he just comes in your regular standard Marvel Legends packaging with that weird kind of hexagonal shape. Nothing too special about that. We all know what that looks like. But the retro version, oh ho ho, he comes with this crazy, awesome looking dealio here. It's just something else, this packaging. So we're going to take a look at that. To get him open, pop the top, and then what do we got here? More packaging. The good doctor over here. Looking like that. Doesn't that look fantastic? Doesn't that look phenomenal? Him coming in that packaging like that. I love really nice packaging like this. I'm not an carded display kind of guy. I like to play with my action figures. I like to play with them. But this is beautiful. Again, good packaging is a work of art. And again, you can see the figure inside, which is really nice. Really like that. Really like being able to see the figure in all its glory. Nerdity Absurdity is struggling with packaging. Nerdity Absurdity struggles with the packaging. I'll actually leave this displayed up here for the rest of the review because that's some nice packaging to display. But looking at the good doctor here, we can tell that he looks kind of very awesome. Really like the way he looks there. Really like, that's what he looks like if we're comparing him to his friend over here. Setting him up so he's standing. That's what they look like. So right off the bat, we can tell same sculpt, same design, couple differences. Obviously a very different color scheme. Here he's got a lighter blue. He's also got this cloth goods dealio going on here. And yeah, this one doesn't have that. Some various basic things. You know, he's darker overall. He's got more of a gunmetal wash here and darker brown. Obviously, the golds here are brighter. These are more burnished. This all around is a lighter figure. But they come with a lot of the same. They come with some different stuff, and we're going to get into it. Retro carded Dr. Doom comes with all of the accessories you see here. He comes with these two books. These are the same books that you get with the Beast figure. And he comes with the fisted hands, he comes with these glowy effects, and he comes with these rockets which can either port on the back or they can shoot out his feet. So again, we got Dr. Doom right there. He's got holes in his feet that can pop right in like so. He's got two of these, but I've got one of these on another display, and it's kind of like he's flying, something like that. He also has, you can't see it too well, but underneath there are ports in the back. You can also just pop that in there like that, and then he's flying. It's a little bit hard to see. You might have to lose the cape if you want that effect, so I don't have that. I actually use this as a blast effect with Iron Man. It works really well. Super Skrull Wave Dr. Doom comes with all of the accessories you see here. You know, it's your basic stuff, and then you got grabbing hands here. Bring him into frame here. You can take a look. And that's what the grabbing hand looks like. Yeah, and there's also a lovely gun holding hand there, you can see. And you know, they both come with that, so that's not special. But Super Duper Skrull Man also is coming with this lovely, beautiful head. Yeah, it's a little hard to get him lit up because of the shadows you got going on here. But you can see there's the skin tone underneath. There's the kind of an orange tint to the eyes there. But yeah, because of the hood, it's very shadowy, but like it's always going to look like that on your display. It doesn't really matter how you have them lit up unless you have LEDs inside the hood, pretty much. So that's one thing about the figure, but you're going to get that with every head. This is actually kind of a more modern head design. And there you can see this is what our Doctor Dooms look like when we got them face up looking at the camera. You got certain things like the orange eye, and you have the skin tone underneath that makes him look, in my estimation, a little bit creepier. But you can kind of see them there. You can tell there's kind of more of an olive green on this one, where this guy, he's got kind of a like a Robin Hood kind of green, or even kind of Robin Hood color scheming going on with the belt and things like that. So kind of very, very different looks for these Dooms. But basically that's where we are. The sculpt work and everything is exactly the same. That's what they look like from the side. Then from around the back, you can see the capes there. The same thing. This one I have a little bit harder trouble standing because he's one of the earlier figures I got, so I kind of wore out the legs doing that. Learned my lesson with the next one there. And looking at the articulation on these Dooms, it's exactly the same. So the head, it's on a ball here. I'll even just pop that off so you can see. It's on a ball. It looks like that. It pops right in there. It pops off a lot, actually, but basically you don't get a heck of a lot of articulation. He'll spin around like that. He will look up and down, not a lot. Again, it's kind of limited there. Some things will be limited by the cape. It's a big old plastic cape. You got the arms are kind of on a ball, like so. They'll spin around. That's the ball in the socket. Will spin around. It'll do the 360. There's a bicep cut that hinges. There is a double joint. This thing, this kind of shoulder or elbow pad, covers that up really nicely, and the hand itself will also spin around, and it will peg up and down somewhat as well. The torso, it's also on a ball. That will do the 360 as well. Go all the way around. You can do that a couple times. And in terms of his up and down, it's cape's in the way. Yeah, he's not really going up and down at all. And even in trying to do that, I popped his head off again. This head likes to pop off. It's not a problem. It's just kind of the way it's designed, but it does like to do that. So here's an interesting thing about the leg articulation there. You got this round the side. That opens up, so he actually does get a lot of mobility because there's this slit in the kind of the skirt, and he will do the splits rather nicely. Not all the way, but he does do it rather nicely. He will kick forward about so much, and he will kick backward about so much. Basically just move those there. And in terms of the knee there, bend that knee. You got the knee there, and then it'll bend about so much, and there is ankle swivel, and there's toe articulation there as well. And taking a look at the sculpt on this Doctor Doom, he is just very, very impressive. The sculpts again are exactly the same. The only thing you're missing is that little cloth fringe, but I mean, look at that. Look at the textures. Look at the details in the cloth. Look at the wrinkles there, and the texture of the cloth itself is very nice. A lot of nice detail on the belt buckle. That's really good. And if we're to turn him around, take a look at the back, and then you can see more of that detail on the cape itself too, going down there, and that's just really nice. Really nicely sculpted cape going down the back, like so. And maybe let's even take this off so that we can get a little bit under there. You can see the kind of pegs on the feet. You can see there's even sculpt work in the back. You can see that there with the what do you call it, in the where the joint is, it's kind of textured to make it look like it's chainmail or something like that. Yeah, take a look at the arms on this figure. Take a look at those rivets. You can see the buckles are painted on the Super Skrull version of Doctor Doom. On the retro one, they're not. It's washing off a little on this side, but yeah, there's just attention to detail. And even you look down at the feet, and you can see the same thing going on. Those buckles are actually painted brown. So there's just a lot of nice little details, and just kind of goes to show that this guy has better paint work overall. So I do very much like both of these figures. If you were to put a gun to my head and ask me who would I keep, it would be the Super Skrull Wave. Even though the Retro Wave comes with more bells and whistles, and I really do like these bells and whistles. I like the fact that you have the two books. Of course, if you have that Beast figure, you'll have basically the same book, just a different color on the spine. It's brown instead of black and red, but there are these cool occult symbols there that are really nice, and I like these effects and things like that. That's really cool. But in terms of just the raw figure itself, again, it's the same sculpt, but there's little things about him. The Super Skrull one, the flesh color makes him look more creepy. It looks like there's humanity seeping out of this guy who's just been consumed by evil. And the fact that you have those extra head options. I mean, the classic head, that's my favorite style of Doom. The coloring is just a lot. It's more to my taste, I'll say that. This guy pops on your shelf. He's got that Robin Hood look. Again, I said before, he really does look like he just stepped out of Sherwood Forest, and that's kind of cool too. This thing is cool, and having bright colors on your shelf does pop nicely, but he is just, he's more, Super Skrull is just a little bit more realistic. He's a little more burnished, a little more beat up, so if I had to keep one, it would be the Super Skrull. Thank you for watching, everybody. Welcome back in the new year, and remember to be kind to each other, and I'll see you next time. Cheers. I'm interested in things. I'm not a real doctor, but I am a real Doom. I am an actual Doom. I live like a Doom, and I like to play the drums. I think I'm getting good, and I can handle criticism. I'll show you what I know, and you can tell me if you think I'm getting better on the drums. They call me Doctor Doop Doop Doo 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 Doo.